Kotor, Montenegro. A meeting point. Between history and the Sea Kotor is a city located in the southwest of Montenegro, a small country in the Balkan region of southeastern Europe. It is washed by the calm waters of the Adriatic Sea and rests in one of the most impressive bays on the European continent, the Bay of Kotor. According to the most recent census conducted in 2023, the municipality of Kotor has approximately 21,900 inhabitants, with just over 13,000 living in the city itself. Its total area is about 335 square kilometers, and the territory is marked by a mountainous and coastal relief that gives the city a dramatic setting with steep cliffs plunging directly into the sea. The Bay of Kotor is often mistakenly called the southernmost fjord in Europe, but in fact, it is a ria, a geological formation where a river valley was flooded by the sea, creating a narrow and deeply indented coastline surrounded by mountains. This natural environment offers protection and was historically fundamental to the defense and development of the city. Kotor has a history that spans millennia. Archaeological evidence indicates that the site was inhabited since the 3rd century BC during the Illyrian period. Later, it was dominated by the Romans, who called the settlement Acruvium. With the fall of the Western Roman Empire, the city came under the control of the Byzantine Empire. From the 9th century onward, Kotor became a fortified city and began to prosper as a commercial center linked to Mediterranean maritime routes between the 12th and 14th centuries. Kotor enjoyed autonomy and cultural flourishing within the Kingdom of Serbia. But it was under the rule of the Republic of Venice from 1420 to 1797 that the city acquired much of its current identity. The walls, churches, and squares seen today reflect the Venetian architectural style, with Gothic and Renaissance elements in light stone facades. After the fall of Venice, Kotor was incorporated into the Austro-Hungarian Empire and later became part of the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. It faced the challenges of wars and earthquakes, the most severe in 1979, but endured that same year. The city was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its historical and architectural value. Curiosities about Kotor. City of Cats. One of Kotor's most peculiar features is its large feline population. Cats are treated with affection and reverence by locals and are considered city symbols. There is even a cat square and a cat museum celebrating them with art collections, postcards, and curious objects. A bay that is not a fjord. Although often called a fjord, the Bay of Kotor was not. Formed by glaciers but by fluvial and marine action. Still, its shape resembles Norwegian fjords, with deep waters surrounded by tall mountains. The 1979 earthquake. One of the most significant moments in the city's modern history was the earthquake that struck the region in April 1979. Many historical buildings were damaged, but careful reconstruction preserved the heritage's integrity. 2 islands, 2 stories. Across from the town of Parast, near Kotor, there are 2 iconic islands, one natural, St. George Island, and one artificial, Our Lady of the Rocks. The latter was built with stones thrown into the sea by fishermen over the centuries, honoring a Marian apparition, main tourist attractions. In Kotor Old Town, Stari Grad. The heart of Kotor is its walled Old Town, a true maze of stone alleys, charming squares, and centuries-old buildings. You can spend hours exploring little shops, cafes, churches, and hidden museums among the constructions. St. Tryphon's Cathedral, Sveti Tryphon, built in 1166. It is one of Montenegro's most important religious monuments. The cathedral is dedicated to the city's patron saint, St. Tryphon, and houses sacred relics, beautiful frescoes, and sculptures. St. Luke's Church, Sveti Luka, dating back to 1195, this small church served both Catholic and Orthodox faiths, reflecting the region's religious tolerance. Its original stone floor is still preserved, and its simplicity enchants visitors. City walls and St. John's Fortress. Kotor's medieval walls stretch over 4.5 kilometers along the mountain slopes and lead to St. John's Fortress, over 250 meters high. The hike is challenging, with more than 1,300 steps, but the panoramic view from the top is well worth the effort. Maritime Museum. The museum tells the story of navigation in Kotor's history. The city had one of the Adriatic's strongest maritime traditions, and the collection includes old maps, nautical instruments, and ship models. Boat tours through the bay. One unmissable activity is exploring the Bay of Kotor by boat tours, include stops in neighboring villages like Parast and Risen, as well as visits to St. George and Our Lady of the Rocks Islands, Lovchen National Park. Located less than an hour from Kotor, the park offers stunning landscapes, ecological trails, and the Njegoš Mausoleum, dedicated to one of Montenegro's greatest poets and national figures. Kotor is a city where past and present coexist in harmony. Its walls not only protect historical buildings, but also preserve the living memory of a people who survived empires, earthquakes, and wars. Here, architecture speaks, mountains observe, and the sea sings. An ancient song, visiting Kotor is more than tourism. It is an immersion into centuries of culture, breathtaking landscapes, and stories that unfold at every corner. It is an invitation to contemplation and enchantment, and undoubtedly one of the most extraordinary destinations you will ever visit in Europe. If you enjoyed this destination, share it with someone who would too. Like and follow our channel. Tell us in the comments what place you would like to see here next. See you next time.